A red wave swept the country on election night as voters rejected the defund the police push and other policies pushed by the left. In Long Island, New York, former county prosecutor Anne Donnelly became the first Republican district attorney elected in Nassau County, get this, in 16 years. And in the race for Nassau County executive, Bruce Blakeman declared victory against incumbent Laura Curran. Anne Donnelly and Bruce Blakeman join us now. Good morning to both of you. Glad to have you on the program. And let's start.
Good morning, Will.
Thank you. First, in 16 years since a Republican has been elected, what was the winning message?
The winning message was safety. Everybody.
Go ahead, Ann.
Everybody I spoke to said, I'm worried about my children, I'm worried about my parents, and I want them to be safe.
So it was a law and order message. It was a safety message that resonated in Nassau County. Bruce, tell me as well, you look like you're headed directly to victory here. You've announced that you're victorious. Do you agree with Ann? What was the winning message?
Well, I think there were two issues in Nassau County, basically taxes and crime. The county executive vetoed a $120 million tax cut, and she also vetoed a bill that would protect police officers. So I think that basically taxes and crime were the two driving issues to my victory, and on the crime side, certainly to Annie's victory.
Yeah. So on the crime side, is it the opponents embrace this what seems to be a very unpopular defund the police messaging? Is it also, or how much did actual everyday safety concerns, rising crime rates in Nassau County impact, you think, the way people voted, Annie?
I think the rising crime rates impacted how people voted. When they heard about the bail reform that my opponent had helped write and supported and passed, and I was explaining to them about crimes that we can no longer ask for bail on, where defendants being released, committing another crime, coming back to court, being released, they were appalled. That's not how we keep our streets safe. That's not how we, keep our men and women in blue safe.
Yeah, what's interesting about both of your election, about both of your victories, is something has changed, clearly. First time in 16 years. And we can talk about the crime. I want to go back to the taxes issue as well, Blake. That's fascinating because it's directly tied to some policies now that affect people's pocketbooks as well. Tell me about that issue and how it impacted voters in Nassau County.
Well, people are just sick and tired of high taxes. A reassessment that was done on the county was done in a very, very faulty way that had very disparate results, and people were upset about it. Now, when you also have rising inflation, it costs $70 to fill your car up with gas, and groceries are more expensive than they were 8 months ago. I think it was a combination of things, especially when you also put in, as Annie said, the issue of safety in neighborhoods. I think basically people want an affordable neighborhood, and they want a safe neighborhood.
Quality of life issues, everyday things that affect Americans. Anne Donnelly, Bruce Blakeman, congratulations in Long Island. It looks like a trend from Long Island to the state of Washington. Congratulations on your victories.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.